Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
After the interception, here's Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Palardy. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. Forced out to his left. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago! Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Romeo Okwara in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Dalvin Cook
with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Flush to his right. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And a short gain down to about the 33. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, it's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Irv Smith Jr. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Jackson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
The extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break.
They start the drive with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
Looking sideline and finding Galladay.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and goal. Jackson, touchdown! Hunter Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead.
So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
Tua now on first down. Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made...
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. On third down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears.
From the right hash, this from 33.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
He's picked off near his own 48 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Play action. Now Jackson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. He'll get this one to Galladay. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Back now in Miami, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown.
McGarr now for the point after.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one, because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Jackson now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. That's Leonard Floyd with a tackle, a man who used to be with the Chicago Bears. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A huge play there for Chicago. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. They go play action with Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Tua to throw. His throw incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Tagovailoa. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Down to an Egos Tua, and that should just about do it. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They